Hello guys, I am back from another video and today we're talking about what if Deku had a persona redo. So in the last video, Deku was attacked at the training camp by the League of Villains, and apparently Kota has the ability to summon a persona now, specifically a type of summoning style used in Persona 3. And if you don't know what is Persona 3, well, the way they summon is basically like using an evoker, which is basically a pistol or some sort of pistol that they shoot themselves to summon their personas, which is super fucking badass. So yeah, let's go on with the story. So everybody's getting ready for the raid at the League of Villains base, as Izuku and the rest of his family is getting ready, including Mandalay, which she knows about the personas because, well, I just imagine that she's like this is actually going to be a type of fan fiction, I guess, a fan fictiony part. She is actually the great granddaughter of Yu Narukami, which, if you don't know who's Yu Narukami, well, he is from Persona 4. And if you don't know what is Persona 4, that's what Ares Pythia or Persona summoning style is. She summons out a card from the sky as she breaks it and summons out her or Narukami's persona. Damn it. So yeah, she says, so how we're going to beat All For One, as as Makoto says, we should think rationally. As Makoto says, so how are we gonna do this, leader? As Akira says, so we're going to be attacking from the left side, and then we're going to go into like the middle. There's where Izuku says, so we're finally going to defeat the most powerful villain ever, the mob boss, aka the lord of all the villains. As Lavenda says, yeah, are you afraid, Izuku? As Izuku says, I'm not afraid, but I just don't want any of you to get hurt. As they said, don't worry, remember, Izuku, I'm still your father, says Akira. As Akira says, Izuku, remember, you can use your most powerful form of your persona. As Izuku says, you're right. So the day of the raid comes up, as everybody's there, including Jack, being Izuku's cousin, including the rest of the Phantom Thieves, and Anne, being the user of, I think her name was her persona was Carmon, I think. There's also there's Ryuji, which is like the muscle of the group, who wields Captain Kid, being his persona. There's also Yosuke, and his persona Goemon. Then there's there's also Futaba, being the navigator, and her persona, I believe it was called Necronomicon, yeah. There's also Akechi, which in Persona Royal, he joins her group after he gets betrayed by his father, and now he's more psychotic, and his persona is now Loki. So yeah, he's going to have Loki. Then there's Haru and her persona Melody. So yeah, the whole Phantom Thief group is there, not including what's her name? Not including Morgana, because, well, he's busy with something important. So yeah, the Phantom Thief group is finally there as everybody's saying, "Oh my God, those are the famous Phantom Thieves!" As they basically like asking for autographs. As Ryuji is like giving them a lot of autographs. As Ann says, "You moron!" As Ryuji says, "Oh right." As Yosuke, "It's been a long time, guys." As Akachi says, "Yeah, whatever." He's still pretty much angry about that whole thing, but he's still pretty much friends with like everybody. Maybe except Morgana because, well, he's a cat. Actually, don't tell him that because, well, in the games, he really hates being called a cat. So yeah, the raid begins as everybody starts attacking all of these villains, including Dobby and Compress. Some Dinomos are basically attacking as well, with one being like a freaking Hydra with like the ability to shoot out poisonous ice shards and have the ability to basically outshoot out like freaking fire. As All for One riding on its back. As All for One says, "So you're the famous Phantom Thief group, including with your so-called children." As they said, "Yeah, what you gonna do about it, All for One?" As All for One says, "I just found out that you don't really have a quirk." As they said, "What? How did he know?" As he says, "Well, I finally have my own persona." As he gets out a Evoker, as he shoots his head, as everybody sees the gigantic, almost monstrous beast come out of his back. As All for One says, "Arise, Typhon!" As they see a gigantic Roman helmet wearing beast with several wings, almost have like dragon heads as arms, and several serpents as like legs. As they said, "Holy shit!" As everybody, including like All Might says, "All for One!" As they said, "How annoying." As he tells his persona to shoot him, as he gets killed instantly by his persona Typhon. It burns him alive. As everybody's saying, "We're all doomed." As Izuku says, "No, I won't let you hurt them." As he remembers the first time that he summoned out his persona. The first time he summoned out it is back then when he was attacked by several shadows in the metaverse as practice, where he summoned his persona Heracles. As Heracles appears, but Izuku didn't summon him. As Heracles started changing, turning angelic. So his persona started changing. It started turning white. The shoulder pads, it started turning into skulls. His sword and an axe start combining together to create a large scythe, while several clocks start surrounding it. Almost looks like his original tails. The flame starts turning into like a almost greenish purple. As Izuku says, "Your reign of terror ends now, All for One." Face Kronos. As Kronos starts wrapping around, like, almost looks like it's creating a gigantic clock. As Izuku says, "Time to face your judgment. Time Stopper." Has All for One started aging rapidly. As All for One says, "What the heck is happening?" To the point that he's almost like turning to dust as this persona disappears, causing him to fall down into the ground. Everybody says, "We win!" As everybody started celebrating, as Izuku runs up to All for One and says, So, any last words, all for one? As all for one says, you damn kid, you better make this country a better place. As Shizuku shoots him right in the head. So yeah, after that whole thing, it's now the prologue or the epilogue, depending on what you call it. I really don't know what's it called. So Izuku became the number one hero. Bakugo is like his like the only one that makes his like support gear, and Izuku, he's like almost like the like a savior of some kind. um Izuku gets two kids, one being two of them being twins, and each gaining two different personas. Wait for a second. Sorry about that. Two of the children get two different personas, one being called Zeus and the other one being called Hades. So yeah. So I hope you'll like the video, comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys next time. But before you leave, guys, the next what ifs that are going to be coming up are: what if Deku had the Allspark as a quirk? What if Deku had the powers of Ghost Rider and the Doom Guy, which is going to be my most ambitious one because I'm going to do a lot of fucking research. And finally, it's going to be: what if Deku was a villain? So yeah, for that, what if Deku was a villain? I want you to pick two different quirks for him, and yeah. So I hope to see you all guys next time. Bye bye.